welcome to Lost in Toy Box with your hosts T-Roy. How you guys doing today? It's great to see you guys back again. Really appreciate when you guys do come out. So this past weekend we had Dusty Attic Toy Show, and I had got some pickups I was wanting to share with you guys. I also got a mail call that I want to show off, and before the mail call, I'm going to give you a little background story on the reason why I stopped collecting a certain pop, and I actually have broken that streak, and I have, once again, gotten at least one pop of it. So we'll talk about that more in a minute. So let's start off with some positive stuff first, okay? So if you ever get a chance, go down to Garland, Texas on second Sunday of every month, and stop by Dusty Attic's Toy Show. Great little show, a lot of pops, a lot of Hot Wheels, a lot of other collectibles. They do raffles a lot. I highly recommend stopping by, and of course you can see me. You can come by my booth and say hi, and tell you what, if you mention my show, I'll hook you up with a good discount or something. We'll have to talk about it. But anyways, with that being said, so we're going to start off with some positivity. These are my pickups from the show. And first things first, this is kind of a pickup from the show, but not really. It was picked up by my buddy, War Duke, from Dungeons and Dragons line. Love this line. The molds are amazing. I had to get him. Really enjoy those pops. They've got, like I said, you can see Tiamat and Mimic above me. They really are. Well, they're right over there. Great pops. And I got him the Funko LeBron Chase, the big gold one of the new gold series. So we did a little dealing, but I was glad to have him in because I'd forgotten to pre-order him. Now, normally I don't forget my pre-orders, but I did on that one. So next up, I had somebody come by, and they wanted I had the pop they wanted. I can't remember what it was, but they were like, "Hey, you do trades?" And typically, I don't really do trades because typically most people don't have anything I want, so I don't really do trades for stuff to get stuff. But collectors help collectors. So if something that I know that they really want, and they have something I'm even kind of interested in, I'll go ahead and do that. And in this case, I traded for the Miguel Hot Topic exclusive diamond from Coco, and my wife does like the De Los Muertes theme stuff, so he kind of fits in that, and I was like, that's a cool pop. So went ahead and did the trade, just straight up pop for pop, which was nice. And the next thing I picked up, because I had this once, got rid of it, and my wife's like, "Why are you getting it again if you got rid of it?" I was like, "Because you told me I needed to get my collection smaller." Well, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of it, so I saw it and grabbed it again, and it's Cat Dog, and it is the flocked version, so it does go with my flock set. 2017 Summer Convention exclusive. There we go. That's a nice little pop. And my last thing, from there, I had the Sully from Monsters Incorporated. It's the original OG one, and I went over to this guy's booth and saw what he had, and I was like, you know what, that's on one of my wants for my flock collection. I just don't think I was ever going to get it, and I told him, well, I'll be back, because I had done a deal with him earlier, and he's like, dude, I'll get you a good price. I was like, well, I'll be back at the end of the show, see what happens. He came over to mine and said, you know what, I see your Solly, I really want that, and would you do a trade with some money? And I was like, done. Gave him a great deal on it, and he hooked me up with Wicket, and that is the flocked version. A great pop. I love the flock. The only thing I don't like about this is, you have to get it because he's flock and he's Wicket and he's adorable, but the flocking is not that great on this pop. I don't know if anybody's ever mentioned it or you've seen it on a different show, but they obviously, this is one of their early flocked attempts, because compared to what they do now, that's not the greatest job. Okay, so Breathe. You guys ready? Okay, so I'm not a fair weather fan. Typically, when I get into like a medium and something I collect, I stick with it. I don't let go, and that goes with football teams, sports in general, um, actors, actresses. You know, once I'm on your team, I stay on that team, and you really have to do something to mess up for me to kind of sway from that. And I'm very forgiving if they on stuff too. So allow people. People are human and they make mistakes. With that being said, this next pop is in a line I had all the hard ones to get up to that point. And we found out that they were going to be releasing a new one. And the person who it was going to be doing a signing. And it was in Florida a couple years ago. And if you haven't figured it out yet, it was the Spooky Empire. Anybody? Are you with me still? So to let you know, it was a trash experience all the way around. If you look it up, you can find other people still complaining about it to this day as well. It was horrible. Basically, we drove down there to get the orange dress Elvira, the cursed pop, as I like to call it, because we got down there. They only got like 50 initially. Everybody was in line. They stopped doing rain checks, what have you. We drove down there. It was planning to be down, and we were going to come right back. We were going to stop at my parents' house on the way back, and then straight through. Made no plans to stay in a hotel or anything. So when we found out it wasn't coming, it was already really late at night. So we literally slept in the car. And for those of you who don't know, I have a metal rod in my left leg. I had broke my femur. And so, with that being said, long car rides like that are not good for you, for your legs or circulation period. So, when you have a rod in there and you have other damage already, my leg swelled up. So, it was a painful experience, and then went and sat in lines and stuff. So, that on top of some other issues I have, it was not a good experience. But, I wanted to pop. I was a huge Elvira fan. I was just so excited. They say it's not going to there, so we spend the night in our car. Next day we go out and we sit and we're waiting around, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna cut this line short. Gotta look around. We're gonna start lining up later again. Okay, we'll give you more updates." So we walked around, saw some pretty cool stuff, came back, got in line again, waited, and then Elvira's manager came out and told us that the pop wasn't coming. And he did this with a police officer, and there's video of it. I'm not going to post it. I might one day do like a whole thing about the pictures and all that stuff and just show you guys all of it. I'm trying to get past it, and that's what this whole reason why I'm telling you about this. But needless to say, he said that the pop would not be sold at the Spooky Empire event. Finished. It was done. No more were coming. Even if they arrived, they would not be getting sold. Done. So multiple people asked, and he said, "Yes, not happening." So he's going to put them on the website or something. We asked about rain checks, making sure people who actually drove down there got one. He said they weren't going to deal with any of that. That it would just be a bigger mess, and that just to pay attention to whatever. And okay, fine. So we left. Next morning, I get notified from some people who got there because we met some great people, and they're like, "Guess what's going on?" And sure enough, pops had arrived, and they started selling them, and they were doing them. So we were already back here in Texas. Long drive. My leg hurt. I ended up being laid up for about 2 days waiting for my leg to heal good enough for me to be able to walk around without no pain. So I was mad, and I was furious, because if they had just told us, "Hey, maybe tomorrow," we would have stayed. But they didn't. They said that's not going to be sold. Her manager said that. And sorry to say, but when someone's manager says that, then they're speaking for that person. She never apologized. Never really got anything from her. All they did was point blame the fingers at each other. So that's it. So when I got home, I sold all my Elvira. I sold the red dress. I sold the black dress. I sold the mummy. I sold the mummy chase gun. Sold for next to nothing. That being said, I've cursed Elvira ever since. Don't like her. Don't follow her. I feel like she did her fans dirty. And so I went ahead and, like I said, I'd like to stick with people. And the 40-year pop dropped. And so I decided I was going to pick it up. I had to. I didn't want to have that regret because eventually I feel like maybe one day I might forgive and forget. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, really, the only way I'd ever actually collect the rest of the line again and go back and get those hard to find pops is if someone gifted me the orange spectacular Spooky Empire version. And that's not gonna happen. Let's just be honest with each other, with everybody. Nobody's gonna give you a couple $100 pop just to give it to you. So there you go. But for now, though, I did get her 40 years signed, yours truly, Elvira. Feel that's very, very fitting signature. And as a Dark Parlors original. And it did come with a cool little sticker too. But there you go. There you go. That's the reason why, if you ever look and you sit there and see I have only one Elvira pop, that's the reason why. And matter of fact, she's probably not going to go anywhere. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm very conflicted over it, obviously. But I just didn't want to sit there and seem like I was a hater. I wanted people to know the backstory. I know it took up a lot of video time, but hopefully, look it up. I mean, you guys can see the stuff that happened. I wouldn't if you're a fan, because it's kind of hard. It's when people do fans, when celebrities do fans wrong like that, I feel like, anyways. Enough about that. On the bigger and better things. So, other thing I want to tell you guys about is I am going to be doing, after we get back from Emerald City Comic Con, I'm going to be opening up my Whatnot page again. And I'll be selling some pops on there. And between now and then, hopefully I'll figure out, but I'm going to try to figure out some way, as if you're a regular watcher of my channel, where I can get you a discount code, whether it be like 10 or 20% off. I'm thinking like probably 20% off of anything I put on there. That way, my way to give back, because like I said, collectors help collectors, and if you will keep watching my channel, I feel like I should I should give back, for your time at least. So with that being said, that's all I really gotta say. I'm done ranting, I'm done raving. I hope you guys liked what I picked up today. I hope that I didn't bore you with the Elvira story. Maybe you just fast forwarded through it, but that's almost it. Oh, one thing I wanted to highlight today is, so my friend Vina, she hooked me up with the Fruit Brute soda pop. Soda. This is a flock soda. I had to get it. I missed out on the drop. She got an extra one and she hooked me up. And I loved all things flocked. Don't really care that much about the sodas for the most part, but that was an ad icon soda that's flocked. And I love my ad icons. I love my cereal pops. And it's flocked. So, I mean, it fit too many things. I had to get it. So, very happy to have that in the collection. And I'll probably open it up once I get some more of the soda stands and stuff like that. Right now, I'm trying to work on figure out how to get those printed out and stuff. So, that being said, hey guys, thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you guys didn't like did you like the rant? Because I tell you what, I thought about doing mini rants, and my wife's always like, no, you're going to turn people off and they're not going to like you. But I feel like you got to be real sometimes, and sometimes that's the only way you can do that is through a rant and let people know what you're thinking about. Let me know in the comments. So when you hit that, make sure you like, subscribe. Don't forget that hashtag on the way to 250. Getting closer to 200 every day. We got a lot of giveaways to give out. But let me know in the bottom. Do you want to hear more ranting? Because there's a lot of shady stuff I see going on, and I wouldn't mind opening up and talking about it. And I don't know. Let's see what happens with that. But anyways, that's it for today. I hope you guys have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you have a great Thanksgiving. And until next time, remember, collectors help collectors. You guys have a good day.